All right, I'm Lauren Cadillac.
Jamesha Lambert.
And we are back with more of the day 5 testimony from the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. Jamesha has not seen this testimony yet, so y'all are getting to witness her view it firsthand live. Here we go. To recap, the guy sitting on the ground is the guy who is testifying right now. He's a paramedic, and he had been at the 75 days worth of demonstrations providing free paramedic care because he had noticed that there was no one really doing that when he went to one of the first demonstrations. Mm-hmm. So in this scene, he's gotten shot, and now the police are coming to protect him.
Back up! Stand up! I got him up there!
Your Honor, I would move Exhibits 58, 59, and 60 into evidence.
Objection. Received.
Would this be a good time for a break, Your Honor?
It is. Please don't talk about the case during the break. Read, watch, or listen to anything.
Okay.
Cleans off the tissue.
Was there eventually surgical procedures done to try and repair the damage to your arm?
Yes.
When was that?
That would have been the Monday, the following Monday.
Okay. And have you undergone more than one of those types of procedures?
That specific procedure, no.
Okay. Overall, how much treatment have you received since this shooting to try and repair the damage?
I would say about a week in the hospital for emergency care. And then from there, several months of physical therapy.
Now, when you got to the hospital, one of the hospitals, you said they took everything off of you. Did you have anything with you that you had picked up on the street while you were out around that night?
Yes, I did.
What did you have?
I had a spent tear gas canister.
I have an exhibit here which has been marked as exhibit number 61, I believe. Is that what the sticker says on there?
I'm going to fast forward.
One moment, please.
Okay, so now prosecution has ended his questioning. And we get into the cross-examination. And this is where things get really interesting.
All right, cross-examine.
Ball Guy's a pretty damn good lawyer. We'll put that out there. I'm never going to hate on someone for being a good lawyer. They definitely didn't coordinate their outfits that day either.
We tried.
I'm guessing the lady with the white hair is the paralegal. Yeah. So she's the boss, actually. She's the one who knows everything.
So, Mr. Grosskreutz, on the morning of the 26th of August, do you remember telling the officer who interviewed you, sometime during the incident, my Gen 4 Glock 27 that has a belt clip attached fell off my waist? Remember that?
I don't recall saying that, no.
When the defense looks so self-important when they ask you a question, that means they know the answer. They know it's going to help them.
Like that.
Yeah.
Just like,
Yeah, you done.
we already know, bro.
We got
Grosskreutz,
this.
I'm going to show you what has been marked as exhibit number 69 for identification. Do you recognize that document?
I do.
Okay. And that's, if I could be fair, I'm not going to stand by you the whole time, so I'm sorry, but is that your signature?
That is.
Okay. And it appears that that is, it says on 8/25/20 at 11:30 p.m. at 6300 Sheridan Road, and then it goes on a narrative version of your statement. Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. And if I could, toward the end of that large paragraph, you'd agree it says, sometime during the incident, my Gen 4 Glock 27 that had a belt clip attached fell off my waist, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That's a lie, right?
I wouldn't say that's a lie, no.
That's my favorite kind of cross question.
And run with it?
So you
I
lied,
did.
didn't you?
So it didn't fall off your waist. It was in your hand.
That's correct.
So you would say that's not a lie?
You see his face?
No, I would say it isn't.
Okay, and you told that to multiple officers. Isn't that true?
I don't know.
So this was the only
Same
time
exhibit,
it
sir.
could have fell off, or could it have
next
fell
sentence.
off and he picked it back
But
up?
that's not
I
what
told
you said.
multiple
Well, that's not what you asked.
officers that I
You
dropped
didn't
my
say,
firearm.
At this
Right?
particular
Correct.
time, you had.
Now-
Give him a minute. Watch where the defense is
dropped your
going. You're about to
firearm.
see why this is
You were
real
chasing
important.
Mr. Rittenhouse with your gun, right?
You
Yes.
are-
You were chasing him with your gun? Yes?
No.
Chasing him, was
Yeah, he was running.
You didn't chase him down Sheridan Road,
Listen,
pulling your gun, chasing after him. That's a lie. You're saying that didn't happen.
I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but I wasn't chasing the defendant.
You were running after him?
No.
No. Okay.
so go right into the.
Did you ever get charged for not telling the truth to the police about dropping your gun?
No.
Did you ever tell the police in here on this statement that you actually had a firearm in your hand and pointed it at the defendant?
No, I did not.
You never told them you had a gun at all in terms of as you had an interaction with Mr. Rittenhouse. True?
That is correct.
And
Give it a second.
I know you said you
Give
don't
it a
know,
second.
but Jason
I'm trying to
Lekowski
see.
testified that he picked up that firearm that he believes belonged to you, and there was one in the chamber. Do you dispute that that could be true?
No, I did not.
Now, you had talked about your purpose of being there that evening. You're a member of our Wisconsin Revolution, are you not?
No, I'm not.
You're a member of the People's Revolution?
No, I'm not.
Have you spoken at their rallies?
I haven't won.
And during that rally, have you made statements such as, "Long live the revolution"?
I have.
I'm gonna skip ahead.
All right. And there are, as far as I can tell, 3 instances in which you see, at least on that live stream, you see Mr. Rittenhouse. Do you agree with that?
Yes, I would.
Okay. Do you have them? And during that first contact, which we'll see, you're filming, and you had talked a little bit about this. You were filming him 2345.
Okay, let's get to that. So the Popo were nearby.
That's fine.
Oh, look who it is. While we're paused, I just want to thank PBS NewsHour for putting all of this on YouTube and allowing us to borrow it. And we did keep their logo. This,
Absolutely.
thank you, PBS.
Yes.
What happened?
Second that any of you start shooting at us, you will go to prison.
We got some tear gas now.
No, I don't defund the police because I ain't none of that tear shit down.
I don't think you understand what defund means. We're not asking for abolition yet. We're asking for social programs to be funded. So we don't end up with more redneck asses like you.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And when I see her, I'm going to put these hands on that bitch.
This is my 5th time tonight.
When
They don't like being tear gassed. Nobody likes being tear gassed.
I understand why you guys are out here, though. There's a lot of fucking people from out of town last night. I'm not seeing as many people from out of town here tonight. I don't think it's been good.
No, and like our whole goal right there, we're gonna push y'all to us, have y'all get pissed off at us, and then wrap you guys the fuck up. Right. So that's
So if we got people from out of town. We got
Time
people
that
from both
you
sides out of
saw
town.
him have contact with people who were carrying the woman, you had said?
Yes.
Okay. And now, to be fair, you didn't think he was doing work as an EMT properly, right?
Properly?
It wasn't proper.
At all.
No, he's not
In that
EMT.
instance?
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't say that.
You wouldn't say that you thought he was doing it? How did you think he was doing it?
I hadn't even observed the defendant administer anything, so at that point,
How could I
You
tell
didn't see him threaten anybody, right?
no, I did
It's
not.
like
You
a
didn't
child.
see him point his gun at anyone?
No, I did not.
Didn't see him raising his voice in an agitated manner or anything like that?
No, I did not.
Okay. And I know you said that you heard people say something along the lines of don't go to them. Do you help her out?
No, I do not.
Okay. Now, later on, 31 minutes. 3100. Later on, you see him walking. Would that be fair? Right? You can play it from right there.
Looks like the Boogaloo Boys, the good old boys rolling up. Two right there.
Keep going.
Two right there.
You fucking laughing? Fuck you!
Yeah.
He's yelling, anyone
So you
needs
hear
medic.
him say anybody need a medic, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Natalie, go ahead.
Got our own medics. You're good. You can go home.
No, he went there.
Fucking
Plug
stupid.
and play,
I
firefighter,
know.
medic,
Right.
whatever.
Speaking? That is correct.
So you say you can go home, you fucking stooge. Right?
Correct.
Okay. He didn't do anything to you, did he?
No.
You didn't see him threaten anyone, did you?
No, I did not.
You didn't see him act aggressive toward
To
anyone,
the
did you?
rally with an
No, I did not.
In
AR-15.
fact, again, whether you agree that he's a medic or not, he's asking people if they need help. Agreed?
That is correct.
Okay.
And then he was the very one who shot.
Then-
But okay. Let's keep going.
5728. Mr. Banger had asked you about this one, and this is the time that Mr. Rittenhouse is. You videotaped him.
I can see that.
Go ahead.
I understand. Hey, your job isn't to be in the street. You gotta stay on your property. That's why you got problems already with people.
Now we're moving it back.
So you see him pulling a dumpster out of the road, right?
Yes.
Correct.
And
Can
you
also
agree
back.
on normal situation, a dumpster's not supposed to be in the road?
In normal situations, yes.
People ain't supposed
And you
to-
hear somebody telling him,
Well,
hey, that's
cops are
not
only
your
supposed to
job.
hold
You're not to do
throats
that,
for 8
right?
minutes.
That is correct.
So we're trying to make
He doesn't
him
react to
be
that
the
person
good
at all.
guy because he moved
Right,
the
he
fucking
moved
No,
the
he does
car
not.
trash.
Threaten that person in any way?
No, he does not.
He doesn't point his firearm at that person?
No, he does not.
To be fair, he ignores that person, doesn't he?
I think that's
Oh
a
wow,
fair way
he
of putting
ignored
it.
one person one time. Congratulations,
And-
having some self-control.
In terms of the next time you really see him
He shot
is
somebody.
your contact with him on Sheridan Road
It's
after
on when he said who
the shooting of Joseph Rosenbaum, right?
That's correct.
So let's get it.
Now,
Because now
you
this
were
is,
asked,
you know,
were you armed with a firearm, and you said that you were,
No.
right?
Now here where it gets important.
One
Mr.
mo-
Ringer said, what do you bring? And you said keys, wallet, whatever else, and a gun, right?
I did say that, yeah.
Kind of standard operating
Keys,
procedure
wallet,
for
cell
you
phone,
out
yeah.
in the summer of 2020?
That's what he said.
Not just the summer of 2020.
Oh, so you had carried your firearm at times previous to that.
That's correct.
And you're doing that for personal protection, correct?
Correct.
And you're carrying it concealed, are you not?
That is correct.
It's unlawful for you to carry it concealed. Is that not true?
Unlawful?
Yeah, you can't carry a concealed weapon without a CCW permit.
I know. We ain't talking about nobody's.
That is correct, yes.
You have to have open carry. You have to have.
Because that one over there ain't got one at all.
But he wasn't concealing it. He was open carrying. Apparently in that state, and I think in Texas too, as long as it's open and visible, it's perfectly legal. But when you have it hidden in your back, like he did, you need a concealed carry.
You're talking about people with their guns out. You have to carry it with it out if you don't have a CCW, right?
That is correct.
And you didn't have a CCW
You really
permit, did
brought
you?
that up. Like, I want
I
you
did
to
have a
make me
CCW
forget
permit.
It wasn't valid, correct?
part.
After the
Not-
fact, yes, I found out that it was not valid.
Hold on.
So have you been charged for unlawfully carrying a firearm?
You
No, I
make
have
me
not.
forget that. You don't bring that up.
So you're carrying a gun for protection in your, if I have it right, back here, right?
That is correct.
And I'm motioning into my kind of my belt area.
Correct.
Okay. Now, your first contact with Mr. Rittenhouse, I think you had testified that you believed that he said to you that he was going to the police, or that he was working with the police, right?
That is correct.
Well, on your statement on the 26th, which is the first statement you gave to law enforcement, right?
Correct.
You told law enforcement, I heard the guy say, quote, that he pulled the gun on me first, unquote. Right?
That is correct.
So you never say to the police during your interview, he told me he was working with you guys. You never tell them that, do you?
That is correct.
He realized that that was
Well,
So
hold
when
on.
you make contact with Mr. Rittenhouse,
The police
tell me if
interview.
this is fair. And I'm not Mr. Bing.
Where are we? Thank you. So let's put this all. This guy Gage, the guy that's testifying right now. Okay. He woke up the morning of the 25th. He went to work. He came home and changed his clothes, and he went to this event. At 11:30 p.m., he gets shot. Then he gets taken to a hospital and given some dope. Then he's taken to another hospital, given more dope, and had an operation. And then a few hours later, the police come talk to him. So he's high as a kite, and he's had very little sleep.
and very much trauma.
And so they're going to get there.
Okay.
You'll see.
Bingers asked witnesses to do this, so I'm going to ask you to do the same. You've probably watched videos, you've probably seen all this. I'm asking you to put yourself back there at that time, okay? You know shots are fired, right?
Correct.
Okay. And the only information that you have is Mr. Rittenhouse saying, according to you, he pulled the gun on me first, right?
Correct.
And based on that, you believe there's an active shooter.
Not solely on that, but yes.
You don't have any information, correct?
I had minimal information.
And in fact, what he says to you was, I'm going to the police, correct?
That is correct.
And he's running toward the police, isn't he?
That is correct.
Okay. So what you, and tell me if this is right, you have no idea what happened with Mr.
So, wait a
Rosenbaum, do you?
So,
Apart from, no.
well,
no.
we'll get to it later. Because, was he? Because remember, he stopped.
Yeah. But the fact that this guy got shot and the police were right there does show that he was running towards the police.
On that day.
Correct.
Okay.
And this guy said,
And-
he's running towards the police.
He tells you he's running, and he tells you, whatever he tells you, I'm going to the police, or what you think is, he pulled the gun first, and he's running away from you, right? He's running north on Sheridan Road. Yes?
Correct.
And he's running away from where you're standing. True?
Correct.
You at that point pull a firearm out from your belt and began to chase him. True?
That is not true.
I want the picture. I'm going to show you what has been marked as Exhibit 35.
Okay.
You take a peek at that for a second. That's a picture of you, is that right?
On the right-hand side with the blue cap and... Yeah.
You can look there where this is you, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you're digging into your waistband in the back, are you not?
Yes.
That's where your gun is located, is it not?
Oh,
That's
right
correct.
here. You
Okay.
can't see his hand.
Do you see Kyle Rittenhouse in this picture?
I don't think so, no.
Okay. So, if we can be fair here, this isn't him, right?
No, it is not.
And you don't believe that's him?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. And you'd agree none of these other people are him either?
I think that's a fair thing to say, yes.
Okay. What do you think, to the best of your ability, how far that guy's ahead of you?
A dumpster length. Is it a dumpster length?
It'd be hard to tell, but based on what I can see here, maybe 30 feet.
I wish he said a
So,
dumpster.
you believe, based on this, Mr. Rittenhouse is more than 30 feet ahead of you because he's not behind that guy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So, he's 30
Just
feet,
shot someone.
Right.
at least 30 feet ahead of you. You look like at that point you're moving. Is that right?
I
That
look
is
like
correct.
I'm
Okay.
running with the.
So,
was
with him
moving.
30 feet ahead of you, running away from you, at that point you pull your
He's not running
firearm
away from him.
and begin
He's
to
running
chase
away,
him, correct?
period.
No.
You don't begin to chase him?
He's running towards
Nope.
the police.
No,
Right.
no.
He's
You
not
head in
chasing-
the
he's
direction
going in the
that
same
he's
direction
running.
Everybody else.
Yes?
Correct.
But you just happen to be running in that direction? It has nothing to do with Kyle Rittenhouse running in that direction?
No, it does have to do with the defendant running in that direction, yes.
Okay, so you are trying to chase him down.
No.
No. It's not what he's doing. He's literally going in the direction of everyone else, trying to get the guy who literally just shot him.
You can hear
AKA
people
chase him
yelling
down.
at that point.
I wouldn't
Get
say
him,
chase.
get
That's
his
the
ass,
distinction he's
things
trying
like
to
that,
make.
I
right?
know. That's
That
it.
is correct, yes.
Did you hear, there's one that I've heard on this, and I don't know if you've heard it.
And he's doing good.
Cranium
I'm not
that
chasing
boy.
him.
Did
But
you
if
hear
I
that?
catch him,
I've heard it after the fact. In that moment,
catch him.
I do not recall hearing that, no.
This
Okay.
guy would do it.
But you acknowledge you
Yeah,
hear
same.
get him and get his ass.
Exactly.
Correct, I do.
Okay. So, fair at that point, you believe these people are,
I got a gun. I got a
those
gun.
people are chasing him down.
Yes, I do.
And I'm going to use the word mob, you use whatever word you want. It's getting bigger
The
as
mob?
they're running, isn't it? More people are joining this.
You can't say the word
I think that's a
victim,
fair thing
but
to say.
Use the word mob.
And
I'm sorry, but he's not like making any.
You believe- well, tell me if this is true.
holes and nothing.
you were concerned
But it will.
for Kyle Rittenhouse's safety.
Fuck no.
Yes, I was.
You were concerned because you saw, and I'm going to refer to him as the only way we referred to him,
Here.
jump kick man.
Jump kick.
So you see this guy kick him in the face. True?
I do not see Jump Kick Man
No,
kick him in the face.
Exactly.
You see him attempt to kick him in the face?
From my perspective, I didn't see any specific motion regarding kicking. But it is fair to say that I did observe Jump Kick Man going over the defendant.
Okay.
Jump
And he's
kick
going,
man,
if
I
you
just
remember,
love it.
he's going over the defendant with his foot in the air, correct?
I don't recall
He
that.
said he couldn't see the feet.
You have a picture of it? And before I bring it up, to be fair, you're making up ground on Mr. Rittenhouse, correct? As you're running in his direction.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, you eventually catch him.
Correct.
Or come up to him, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Jump kick me, for instance.
just. I don't understand why we don't have this, like.
Well, because in America, we don't like paying for taxes. We don't like paying taxes.
He's a defense attorney. You should have this already.
Yeah, but if we don't pay taxes, then we don't have good courtrooms. Just the way it is, man.
Should be able to just like.
We're like 2 seconds from it. I know they should, but you know how it is. It's not like that. You can't just press play. Nothing about this process is smooth or easy.
If you can turn around, or whichever you want to do. You see that going on, correct?
Correct.
Oh,
so
there we go.
If we're being honest with one another,
So jump kick
he appears to be
and
trying to
then
kick
this
him
guy's
in the
coming
face.
at him with a skateboard.
In this photograph, yes.
Okay.
Right here.
How far away from this when it's going on are you?
I don't recall how far away I was exactly when this action occurred.
You're a matter of feet, right?
I think that's a fair thing to say.
Okay.
Close.
All right, and you're seeing this, so you are having some concern,
I think that's
maybe
what
as a
Tom
medic
told
or
me.
you're that
I have no
Kyle
idea,
Rittenhouse
man.
is in physical danger. Is that right?
Correct.
He's probably from out of town.
So, and you believe he's in physical danger because he's being attacked, right?
Yeah, but how are you going to mess up
That's a
your
fair thing
day
to
by
say,
kicking
yes.
someone?
Okay, so you see this, then you see, can you bring up the Huber picture, please? Then you see Mr. Then you know you didn't know it then, but you know now that's Anthony Huber, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you saw this happening, right?
Correct.
And it was no more from me to you away probably at that point, true?
Okay.
I don't recall, but that's probably
Jonathan
fair.
Man
Yes.
gets shot in the thigh. We see that.
I don't think he got shot.
What did he get?
I don't think he got shot. I think that's
Just
just him
fails?
falling over.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wonderful. You go on. And that's what I'm saying. I didn't think there was a black guy that ended up getting hurt.
Yeah, right.
And in fact, you had mentioned to the officers that
Now,
you
he
even
gets hit with the skateboard.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, where are the cops?
I think
Still way down there.
over
right?
here. Yeah,
Still
yeah,
way
yeah,
down
yeah.
there.
called
Okay.
Mr. Huber
This is a
holding out.
cross street somewhere. So if he decides to dip off into one of these corners, how do we know you are truly going to the cops?
Oh no, there was no way to.
Under the trucks of that
Exactly.
skateboard
So if I'm
when he was
him,
striking,
I'm
right?
trying to stop him
Yeah,
in
yeah,
his
yeah.
tracks
And that-
too.
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
fair, as a medic, that
They're not
concerned
on
you, did it not?
Absolutely.
I
they're
think
not.
anytime that
They're not.
there's
Well, some
a
of them
risk
did.
of
This
head
kid's
trauma,
not on trial. He was
it's a risk.
illegally carrying.
Yeah, no, fair
He
enough. So-
illegally pulled a gun. He's not on trial.
You believe in this
But
picture,
then we
one of the
cannot
reasons
say
you
that's
wanted
my
to
problem with the
intervene
self-defense thing.
was you believe that Mr.
If I'm
Rittenhouse
trying to
was
stop him,
in danger of being
and I look
seriously
at
hurt,
a
right?
skateboard,
in part, yes.
Yeah, I know. You can't take a knife to a gunfight. I know, dude.
And
he raised the.
You had
yeah.
mentioned to the police that
But
evening
this guy has a gun.
yeah. You should have shot
that
him.
you tried telling Mr. Huber, you just said the guy, but you tried
Hilarious,
telling
huh?
the guy to stop hitting him with the skateboard. Is that right?
So he tried
That
to
is
get.
what I put in my statement, yes.
Is that true?
With the benefit of hindsight, I don't believe that to be true, no.
Okay, so when you told that to the police that you told the guy with the skateboard to...
Okay, we're gonna skip ahead because obviously this guy was untruthful to the police.
Absolutely.
Are you
That's
aware
how
that he
I
had a
know.
search warrant?
He
for
was
your-
also
No,
someone
I
who
was
had a
not.
BLM thing. He does not trust the police for
Absolutely.
good reason,
Absolutely.
right? So if there's a hole. He's high as a kite. He's underslept. He doesn't trust the police to begin with for good reason because they just killed George Floyd with their knee after 8 minutes of suffocating him to death. So
So if I can, Mr. Grosskreutz, I'm going to walk you through a little bit of the video. Okay.
let's walk through.
Are we good on time?
I haven't been notified that the lunch is here, but
Wait.
you heard what?
15, 20 minutes, I sent
From
you.
now?
Yes, from noon.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Well, are you fine with time?
You had asked for 12 to 1.
Right.
You are in the middle of an examination, so I will. I'll hear from you guys as to what you want
This
to do.
judge said something about
Not
the
here, I'm fine.
Asian food.
ready to continue. I just didn't know if he had problems.
Yeah, that was yesterday.
Okay, I'll give you an hour whenever we stop.
He said
Okay.
something about California and Asians, and I'm like, I don't know who this guy is.
A lot. Okay, go ahead.
There.
Now,
He lands.
you see that?
Here comes Jump Kick Man over here.
Gentleman right here.
So how
I
did
do.
he end up falling? Did he just fall?
Jump Kick.
Mr. Marcian's
this
pointer?
kid, Rittenhouse?
It's up to you.
think
I
so.
don't. You're
just fit.
welcome to
think
use
so.
your glasses if you want.
He shouldn't have.
Oh, he's got.
Yeah, because he's a 17-year-old running around with
I
an
do.
AK on his
Okay, now you
chest.
agree he advanced on what ran after, came up to Mr. Rittenhouse, right?
Can you rewind just slightly?
Can you just go, if you know, go back 10, but,
What was his question?
yep.
Here comes Jump Kick.
So, you agree that he runs up to Mr. Rittenhouse and then applies the brakes, right?
I do.
Okay, and you'd agree that he's me to you away,
And that's a
Okay.
fair assessment, yes.
2-3 feet. He's advancing on Mr. Rittenhouse, and you'd agree he puts his hands up, and Mr. Rittenhouse never fires his gun. Correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Now, you're off screen here at this point, right? You haven't come into the frame yet?
No, I have not.
Okay. That is, for lack of a better term, this gentleman right here. This is Jump Kick Man, right?
I believe so, yes.
So, you can play it. So, you now see that Jump Kick Man kicked Mr. Rittenhouse in the face
I
and
didn't
And
see
shots
that.
are fired, correct?
No.
With this
I didn't
video,
see
yes.
the face.
You hear that, right?
I don't.
In the moment, yes, I did hear it.
Okay. Now, if you can see it,
Show me
we'll
that
play
thing.
it. I'm not trying to trick you. This is Mr. Huber,
All he
correct?
talked about was getting hit with that skateboard.
It is hard to see with whatever is blocking.
Play it for a second. Okay, that's Mr. Huber.
Oh, there's skateboard
That is
guy.
correct,
Huber.
yes.
Now, this person here that's just coming into the frame, that's you.
That is correct, yes.
Okay. And you are running, correct?
Yes, I was.
Okay. Now, you had originally said that you wanted, you were going to tell Mr. Huber to stop beating him, but now you understand that you didn't say anything. You were just running, whatever word you want. You're moving towards Mr. Rittenhouse, right?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. We just heard a shot, yes?
Correct.
Okay. And to be fair, that you put on the brakes, right? You were running,
Yeah.
you then
Full stop.
almost stop in your tracks. Fair enough?
Correct.
Okay. And I don't know if your arms are up at that point, but it looks like you're kind of protecting your head at that point. Is that fair?
That is correct.
This is Gage.
How far do you think you are away from him at that point, to the best of your
3 feet.
ability?
I would say about there, between
Me and you?
you and I, correct.
So, 3 feet?
3 to 5.
Where was the
Okay.
gun pointed at me?
It had just hit skateboard guy.
Okay.
Now, at that
And
point,
so now he turns it this
you
way.
have your hands
Is he
up,
pointing his
right?
gun at me?
Yes, I
Wait,
do.
yeah.
Now, you probably don't notice him at the time. This guy's holding up what looks like a wooden club of some type.
Some sort of wooden object, yes.
This guy over here.
So your hands are up, and at that point, he has not fired at you, correct?
No, he is not.
Okay. It's going to be quick.
Okay, so
You'd
where did
agree
he
at this
his
point,
gun?
you are dropping your hands, you are loading your front foot, and you are moving toward Mr. Rittenhouse at that point, true?
Yes.
Okay. So, when you were shot, can you bring up the photo? You'd agree, and now wait, how close do you think you are to him at that point?
3 feet. If it was 5 feet before, it would. So
tell me if I've got the lay of the land. At this point, you're holding a loaded, chambered Glock 27 in your right hand. Yes?
that is correct. Yes.
You are advancing on Mr. Rittenhouse, who is seated on his butt.
Yep.
Right?
That is correct.
You're moving forward, and your right hand drops down with your gun. Your hands are no longer up, and now the gun is pointed in the direction of Mr. Rittenhouse. Agree?
I'll
give you a
say
couple.
it's at him.
He agreed. The gun is pointed at the kid.
Maybe he is on the ground. So.
Yes.
What? What's the next one?
These been marked as exhibits.
These happen, that's what I was
Okay, so here's the paralegal. Because let's be honest. Here's the Jamesha. Wait, okay, all right. Here's what you're supposed to be doing, lawyer. Here is how you do this, lawyer.
It's right there.
Mr. Richards, I'm
What
going
you go into next?
to show you what has been marked as Exhibit 67. That's a photo of you, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That's Mr. Rittenhouse?
Correct.
Okay. Now,
There it is.
you'd agree your firearm
Look!
Pointed.
They have it circled.
at Mr. Rittenhouse, correct?
Unpause that hoe.
I see it. I see it now. I see it. Yeah, absolutely he did.
And it's pointed at the kid's head.
Absolutely. He should have shot him.
He absolutely should have shot him. But now, because he did this,
Right.
Rittenhouse can call all of this incident to self-defense.
Right.
And that's what I'm telling you.
Well,
The minute that guy
Right.
pulled the Glock from the back of his belt,
uh,
the
Hold on.
minute he
Wait.
pulled that Glock,
didn't he shoot that fool over there?
he did.
Okay.
But that guy was hitting him in the
No,
head with
I-
a skateboard.
I get it. I get it.
I know. And now you have a gun pointed at your head.
I'm sorry. Now you have a gun pointed at your head. Wait a minute. You just shot him over there.
Yeah.
You just shot him right here.
Yeah.
Of course I got a gun to your
Okay,
fucking
so
head.
there's no question that there should be a gun to his head.
Absolutely.
But the question is it now self-defense? And I believe that the law says yes. Because you got a gun pointed to my face. You got this gun.
But at some point, okay, so this is what guns are for. It's supposed to deter you, right?
Tell us, why did they invent guns, Misha?
They're supposed to deter your dumb ass, okay? You just shot that fool over there. Jump kick man just kicked you trying to
In
get
the
you to
head,
stop.
and some other dude.
Some other boy came with his skateboard. Like, bro, chill.
And then you shot him.
And then you
And
shot
killed
him. And you worried about my little pistol? And you shoot my freaking arm off?
I feel like shooting the arm off was the nicer
I
thing
mean,
to do. Like, yeah.
He wouldn't have. If he would have got a better angle, he would have
That's right.
definitely
Yeah,
killed
yeah,
him.
yeah. If he wasn't a kid who shouldn't be playing with guns.
But at the end of the day, you literally just now shot 2 people.
Yes.
No, he's shot.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, 2 people, and now he's about to
Once
shoot
your
his third.
And now
firearm
you're
is
shooting
pointed
me.
at Mr. Rittenhouse, that's when he fired.
But the law.
Yes?
It's bullshit, as we can see.
No.
Sir, look, I don't want to. Does this look like right now your arm is being shot?
That looks like my bicep being vaporized. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Because a 17-year-old has an AR-15.
So the gun is out.
Yes.
Right.
Okay,
I mean, this
so-
man's legally allowed to own a weapon, at least.
When you were standing 3 to 5 feet from him with your arms up in the air, he never fired, right?
Correct.
It wasn't until you pointed your gun at him, advanced on him, with your gun, now your hands
Hold
down,
on.
pointed at him, that he fired. Right?
Hold on. When he
Correct.
had his arms up, why did he have his arms up?
Because he thought he was going to die. Because he testified. Yeah.
Because he
the
just
kid
watched
didn't shoot
you
him. Sure.
kill
Yeah,
him
yeah. Other people.
over there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And he know you shot him back there. So...
Here's what I'm going to say. The defense is doing a great job.
They are. They are.
This is a fantastic
Absolutely. They have to.
cross-examination.
They have to.
This is the kind of shit I want on
Absolutely.
cross.
Absolutely.
This is, I want to zoomed in, but the gun's actually pointed at my client's face, isn't it?
Right. Right. Absolutely. And me, these are all the questions I would have.
Sure, if you're in the
I'll
jury.
redirect.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, yeah, no,
I'll
redirect.
redirect.
Yeah, there's a good redirect.
Correct.
She was so confused.
She does. She's like, I don't want to be here. I work for the
ghetto.
government. This whole actually working is ghetto as hell. I got a government job, so I don't have to do nothing.
I'm gonna build the shit out of him for this.
Okay. Well, she can't because she's government. I know. A paralegal get me.
You had. Now, you had mentioned
so
that
that's
you
the
believe
website.
that he was
That's-
re-racking.
That's the
his
website.
That's
gun. I don't
it,
know what the
yeah.
fuck, but you had mentioned that you believe
sorry,
he was
but
re-racking
I'm
his
still
gun or something, right?
Yeah.
That is correct.
You
Then they
tell
take another
Mr.
break.
Marshall that your only regret was not killing the kid
Yes.
and hesitating to pull the gun before emptying the entire
Yes.
mag into him.
Absolutely.
No, I never said that.
You didn't tell that to your roommate.
Objection, asked and answered.
How you overruled
You,
him?
you didn't tell that to Mr. Marshall?
No, I did not.
Very
And
good.
it's
Thank you, sir.
definitely hearsay at this point because Mr. Marshall ain't here to say that.
Well, no, if he said it, if
I'm
you
gonna
said it, it's
deny
not
it.
hearsay.
Then you
Well,
have to
yeah,
have
they
bring
called
him
Marshall
to-
to impeach me, but
Right. Other than that, I ain't say none of that.
that's right. Is Mr. Marshall here?
Mr. Marshall?
Then
no,
no, I didn't
okay.
say
Yo, fool, I told him you had said that,
it.
but you just
Hey,
say that
Mr.
you
Marshall,
didn't say
you
that.
know why we not roommates no more?
No, I'm gonna tell you I said that, but when you get there, just say you didn't say that
Yeah,
because I
yeah,
ain't
yeah.
even going. So they gotta prove that you
Talk
had
about
said
those
that
two
to me.
exhibits afterwards. I do have
Dummy.
objection to both of them. Yep. Okay, thank you.
I didn't want I got warrants and stuff. So
Okay,
I-
Mr. Grosskreutz, I just have a few
No, they don't.
follow-up
He said
questions
it's not
here.
work.
At one point in the
Oh,
video
the
that was
video.
played for you by the defense, you referred to the defendant as a boogaloo boy. What did you?
A boogaloo?
A boogaloo is like one of them white power boys. Idiots.
Oh, like posing with the Proud Boys
Yeah.
with free as fuck
Free
on
as
your
fuck
shirt.
4 months later.
Oh,
Right after a hearing.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
I would probably have called him that as well. I was kind of right when I said
Well,
that.
I
ain't
mean,
it?
he was like, the Proud Boys walked by, and then Rittenhouse was right there with them. So,
Oh, okay. But you want to talk about him with his revolution, but we're not going to talk about the fact that he was very much with Proud Boys at a bar and he only 17? We're not going to talk about that, bro, right? Because
why is he at a bar? That was my
Why
thing.
are you
Why
at
is
a
he
bar?
Why does he have a gun? Where
What-
is this child's parents?
where is this?
Where is this child's parents?
The minors in this state.
Okay. What is going on?
The minors.
Where is mom? Dad? Anyone?
Neighbor. Government.
You're going to a
Because
bar after a hearing?
the minors in this state have free reign, apparently.
They do whatever they want. Good thing we don't live there.
God dang
That'd
it.
be terrible to raise our children.
No, no, man. We have hard enough time.
Okay.
Texas don't play none of that.
Hell no. All right. Well, thank you for joining us again.
Right?
We'll see you when there's more.
Bye.